Well, look, I'm certainly no fan of Sadiq Khan's ULEZ expansion scheme, the tax that has been imposed on London's drivers in recent months that is rather feathering the nest of Sadiq Khan's bank account as Mayor of London rather significantly. As I understand it, the money that Sadiq Khan's office as Mayor of London receives from the likes of congestion charge and ULEZ is about £1 billion a year. Yes, £1 billion a year. Another tax on Londoners and those that seek to make a living in London simply by having the audacity to drive through it. So whilst I'm no fan, I've discovered something today that I think is absolutely astonishing in its incompetence and really points the finger at the entire scheme and its process, its operation, the way it's been set up and launched in a rather incompetent fashion. It really is incredible. Just looking through my accounts as a business, I've noticed that every now and again appears a rogue charge from Transport for London. Now, I happen to have a couple of cars with number plates on them that are what you would call cherished. I have an auto pay set up with Transport for London so that if I drive in and out of London on that rare occasion, I don't have to worry about paying the congestion or the ULEZ. It debits the account automatically and gets topped up by way of one of my business debit cards. All good, except for this. Having looked at these charges, they're not me, they're not mine, they're not my cars. I'm going to share my screen here and give you an idea of the scale of this basic flaw that I think has led to the wrongful and incorrect charging of tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of pounds to innocent drivers of cars that may not be anywhere near London. Get this. So, incredibly, in my account, here it is, in my account, you will see that the charges that I've been levied are rather odd. And luckily, and I guess as a kind of point of law, TfL would have to do this, the situation with the auto pay process and the website, as you can see from this, is that here's the car, here's the charge, here's the date, is that every entry is backed up by photographic evidence, as you would expect. Obviously, these ULEZ cameras that have been put into place at the cost to the taxpayer, by the way, of millions and millions of pounds, those that are still working and haven't been sabotaged, that is, they allow you to see the picture of the car so that you can see the offence. Now, I wasn't in London on the 26th of February. If I was, I certainly wasn't in this car. This number plate that they are charging is one of mine. It's a cherished plate that I've bought as an investment. The number is 6EGO. That number plate that you can see here is not 6EGO. It is something else plus a 6 and an E and a G and an O, obscured by the car behind it, in front of it. This has happened to me an astonishing number of times, to the point that I'm now owed from false, fake, mistaken entries where TfL have taken the number plate of the car on the camera and wrongly interpreted it as one of mine. This has happened dozens of times. TfL, Transport for London, Sadiq Khan, owes me about 300 quid in false charges. Now, extrapolate that across other cars, other individuals, and then look also, by the way, at some of the mistakes that have been made by this system. One of my number plates is 19RO. This number plate here is clearly not 19RO. It looks, I can see it's L19 something RO, and so on. Let me just give you another couple of examples just so that you can see how gobsmackingly obvious it is that some of these entries, some of these charges are not correct. I'm just doing this at random. Well, this one here clearly says F6EGO, whereas it has been attributed to my account and my car as 6EGO. The incompetence of this, the basic flaw in the technology, the system, is frankly astonishing, isn't it? That this system would be rolled out in such desperation to glean more and more money, greater taxes effectively from London's motorists, that it clearly wasn't tested, was it? Look at this, P19 something RO. This is catastrophic for Sadiq Khan, in my estimation. Absolutely catastrophic for him and his administration. Not only is he looking to fleece Londoners as much as he possibly can by effectively taxing you to drive in and out of the city, and having expanded that so that he can catch even more people than he was originally, but the system doesn't work. Unsurprisingly, I will be appealing to Transport for London. I dare say, I'm afraid that will then involve another video in the coming days, weeks and months, as I have to fight with TfL to get my money back, even though it's very obvious and very clear that I'm right and they're wrong. What do you think of that? Sadiq Khan and your deputy mayor and your civil servants, your officers that are overseeing this harebrained, incompetent scheme. What do you say to this? You are falsely, some might say fraudulently, fleecing London's drivers, even more than we first realised. Give me my bloody money back. And then now, sadly for you, at the cost of the taxpayer, no doubt, you are going to have to go back through every single charge, even those that have been undisputed, because some of mine, by the way, go back a few months, because I hadn't noticed this, frankly. You're going to have to go back and check every single ULEZ fine to make sure it was attributed to the right car and the right owner. You utter, astonishing bunch of incompetent cretins. London. When it comes to voting for Sadiq Khan in May, don't just automatically put a tick in the box or a cross in the box because Sadiq Khan is Labour. This is incompetence at the extreme. I will let you know how I got on in another video.